So start with yourself lying on the floor, face down, and go into a half back extension. Take 5 deep breaths. Go back to the floor and then push up into a full back extension. Same thing, 5 deep breaths. Aiming to lock out your arms and drive your hips into the floor. In this position, push up and go into a full plank. Your bum and your glutes, they're tight, and your stomach, your ab muscles, they're tight. So you're in a nice straight line. That's called the plank. From the plank, we drop into the prayer stretch, which is a flexed hip, and reach out along the floor with your fingertips. 5 deep breaths. Move into a hip flexor stretch, step forward, so your front leg is next to your hands and your shin is upright. At the moment, your weight will be on your right knee. Lift your torso up so it's nice and straight and reach as high as you can with your right arm. Pull it up and away from the supporting leg. Again, 5 big breaths. Switch. This time you're going to lead with your right leg, so you're stretching the hip flexor on the left leg, the muscle that goes across your hip. Reach up your torso as high as you can. Pull up your left arm towards the ceiling and lean away from the supporting leg and take 5 deep breaths. From there, drop back into the prayer position and take another 5 deep breaths. So your ankles will be flat on the floor and your back's as low as possible, and reach out with your fingertips. Go into the full plank again. Same procedure, 5 deep breaths. From there we'll go into our side plank on the elbow. So lift up your hip towards the ceiling, squeeze your bum cheeks and push your hips forward. Reach up to the sky and look up to the sky, and then rotate that arm 5 times underneath your back so you're reaching out behind yourself. On your 5th repetition, roll over to your left elbow, same position, squeeze your glutes, drive your hips forwards, and then 5 rotations, looking backwards and looking up to the ceiling. Then lie onto your back, and we're going to move into what we call an iron cross. So we're going to work on the stomach muscles again, some hip mobility and some activation of the core or the stomach muscles and the obliques. Keep your shoulders on the floor. Breathe out as you pull your legs through the middle of your body. Once you've done 5 repetitions, you're going to extend the legs on the bottom. Extend the legs, point the toes, bend the knees. Extend, bend, extend, bend. Again, you're going to do that for 5 repetitions. Once you finish that 5, you're going to go into glute bridges. 5 reps. We'll push our feet into the floor, squeeze our bum cheeks and drive the hips to the ceiling with a brief pause at the top. After that, we're going to do a single leg bridge. So same position, hold it for 5 seconds. You're going to point one leg away, point the toes, and hold your hips high and level. Control your breathing and hold for 5 seconds on each leg. Reach up along the floor with your arms. Bend your knees up towards your chest and touch your toes on the floor above your head. We're going to call these rollovers. Nice and simple. Bent knee, lift up the hip, toes touch the floor, slowly disc by disc back to the floor again. Touch and hold just for a brief 5-second count at the end. Slowly open up disc by disc, keep the knee bent, push your feet on the floor. And then last one to finish off, we call this just the basic flat foot squat. This might take some practice, but you're aiming to get your torso upright, push your knees out so they're in line with your toes, and keep a natural flat back. You can aim to hold that for as long as you're comfortable. Then crawl up to the camera like an animal-ish. That's it, that's your warm-up done.